What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's had an excellent week. It has been a long one as a Jets fan, as the team has lost 3 in a row. And you try to offset that with the trade for Davante Adams. Then you see the videos, Rodgers throwing to Adams. And to me, it's like, I just can't buy into it, man. I'm like, win football games. Like, the practice videos at this point don't mean anything to me. I'm like, we got it. It's like, everybody thought Monday night was must win. Now it's like the next 2 games are must win to stay relevant and in the mix. So you got Jets Steelers, and it's really interesting to see some of the reactions where it's like, the Jets can't lose to Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. I'm like, the team lost to Bo Nix. So you can never assume anything with this team, but you could also look at it, the last 3 games, they had a chance to win late in the fourth quarter, and they didn't. So pick your viewpoint. Either way, must win, no excuses. The team is relatively healthy, and we'll go at it. So breaking down this game, it's hard again. Another week of this, really, it's more about what the Jets are going to do or not do, as opposed to what the Steelers are doing. And I'll start with the offense. The Steelers' defense is ridiculously aggressive in a very hostile environment. I've been to Pittsburgh 3 times. The crowd is incredible. It's loud. So you figure a night crowd, they're 4-2. It's going to be real ramped up. The offensive line has got to be physical. They've got to hold up. First of all, try to establish the run and protect Aaron Rodgers. Communication issues have been an issue in the past. Now you add in the crazy crowd noise. They got to clean that up. They got to be more physical. They got to match the Steelers' intensity, which I'm not so sure they can do that. They haven't shown they can do it. Like, in theory, you could say, do this, do that, ground and pound. They haven't shown the ability to do that. Furthermore, obviously, you got TJ Watt to worry about. Can they handle blitz packages? Can they handle pressure? Can they pick it up? And these are all things that we talk about every week that doesn't get done. Now, the running game, you saw a lot more Breece Hall last week. You saw a lot more motion. Todd Downing opened up his playbook a little bit. You figure with another week under his belt, he can figure more things out. More 2-back sets. Braylon Allen as the running back. Breece Hall as a receiver. Use all those different options. And then now the addition of Davante Adams, where it's going to be fascinating to see how they use all these guys. With Garrett Wilson, Davante. Does Garrett Wilson go to slot? How much does Mike Williams play? Where does Allen Lazard fit into all this? There's only one ball and a lot of guys that should get it. I thought Mike Williams, as of this point, has been grossly underutilized. I understand the end of the game with the passes, but the size he has, they haven't used it. But you got to figure Rodgers will absolutely feed the ball to Davante Adams as much as possible. And then you have Conklin's banged up, but the tight end position. But the tight end position, while you want to see more plays, they got to be better at blocking. Rucker, Conklin, and when they get chances in the passing game, they got to catch the friggin' football. So overall, you just got to, you don't know what to expect out of this offense against a very physical defense on the road. And the other thing, too, is penalties, these pre-snap penalties. And, making adjustments in game as well. If you're seeing Tyron Smith struggle a little bit, help him out. Morgan Moses is banged up. If he's having problems over there, give these guys either assistance or pull them out and put somebody else in. You have no choice. You've lost your wiggle room at this point. There's no more left. You lose this game, your season's literally spiraling out of control. On defense, they're missing some playmakers, man. Michael Carter's out. DJ Reed's still banged up. Now, if you're facing Russell Wilson, he's probably a better, passer. I think Russell Wilson's kind of washed, but he's a solid passer. Justin Fields is more the running threat. You're probably going to see both of them. I think the Steelers are creative. They'll move these guys around, try to keep this Jets defense off balance. And the Jets defense has been really underachieving. Last week was embarrassing. And the biggest concern with the Jet defense is the strength used to be a defensive line. And it has been awful. Kinlaw's getting pushed around. Quinn Williams is double teamed or whatever else. Solomon Thomas, they're getting knocked off the ball big time. If you cannot stop the Steelers running game, you're in for a long-ass night. Najee Harris is a beast. Again, if you have Justin Fields, he can run around. You got to stop them there. You got to be stout. You got to set the edge. And these are things that Jets defense has struggled with. Hopefully you see a little more of C.J. Mosley. But more importantly, you got to see much better tackling, much better angles. And you haven't seen it. So, again, this is a big spot where they talked about accountability. They talk about improving and coaching and backs against the wall. At some point, you actually got to show it. And your pass coverage. Last week was horrendous with all the pass interference. But now you figure DJ Reed is out. I actually like Brendan Eccles. He's got a couple interceptions. You have Oliver playing in the slot. I don't think you're worried about more of the passing game. You're worried about this whole running attack and how the Jet defense handles it. But they got to be up to the task, man. And again, it all starts in the trenches, which is like the football cliche, but it's true. I think it's going to be a hard-nosed, close, physical football game where mental mistakes will cost you dearly. Sloppy football, arm tackling, half-ass play calling, you're going to lose the game. Now, the biggest part to me, which is I'm just shocked that Greg Zuerlein is still on this team. You have a kicker that is struggling, and the Jets' philosophy is he's going to work through it. We believe in him. This has the potential to be a very close game and a tough place to kick, and you have a kicker coming in with absolutely no confidence. If they lose this game because of a field goal, Joe Douglas can kiss his ass goodbye. Because this team and their arrogance with players is mind-numbing at this point. Now, I know there's not a litany of good kickers out there, but I mean, do whatever it takes to win. And it's proven in NFL history. When kickers lose it, it's just like relievers in baseball. It's a bad sign. So, in terms of a preview, man, this is a spot that the Jets, and you got to figure the Davante Adams thing gives them a boost. They know, I mean, whatever leadership is left in this building, whatever spark they have, has to come out Sunday night. You have to, because there's nowhere else to turn. There's no more excuses here. So, again, I think it's going to be really low scoring. I think it's going to be a nasty game. I fear that Aaron Rodgers is going to get beat up in this game. He's already beat up now. In terms of the Steelers' offense, I mean, it's kind of you don't fear their quarterbacks. I fear their coaching, to be honest with you. Man, I'm going to say 17-14 Jets with absolutely no conviction whatsoever. I think it's more of just being hopeful because I don't want the season to be over in October. So let me know what you guys think. Again, we'll be streaming for it, 8 o'clock on Sunday night with nervous as hell. Hopefully this team rallies because this has been a rough stretch right here. Talk to you guys later.